Freedom of religion and belief is in fact a very important individual human right. It means that you can think whatever you like to think. There's nobody else who tells you what to think or what not to think. So it's a fundamental, it is a fundamental freedom. And it is not obvious that it is respected in all countries. Very often you have dominant forces, but I think, and that's the idea of this conference, and the reason why we sponsored it, is really trying to convey the message that this is a right for everybody, big or small. It is a human, global right. I think the state has to provide the broader framework and to create an environment in which every individual can join a religion or cannot join a religion, but that is, I think, the state should be the guarantor of this freedom for everybody to take his own decision and organize his life in the way that he wants it and not prescribe how it should be done. I think you should not, because you have one belief or you have no belief or you are a member of one religion, you should not think that this is the only truth. I mean, you should recognize the right of everybody to believe something else or not to believe anything at all. And I think if we can come to that tolerance, most religions share common values, by the way. So I think we should not be enemies of each other, but let's say peacefully coexist and with respect for each other. In many countries you have bigger religions and smaller religions, and of course you can't change that. I mean, that depends upon the free will of people to join a religion or not. But I think a state should, as I said, provide a framework for individuals to do that and to have this freedom. And I think it's up to the individuals themselves to peacefully coexist with each other. I have not been in Georgia very long, a little bit over a year, but I heard many Georgians commenting, let's say, that over the last years that it has not improved. That, let's say, Georgia is by tradition and by history a very tolerant country where during centuries, I mean, many religions have come together. And so I think that's a beautiful tradition to be cherished. And I think that is also, if you read the human rights agenda and strategy of the government, that they are striving towards guaranteeing this freedom of religion and belief. So I think we are on the right way. I think it is never perfect. It is something, and this was said during the conference as well, it is an issue you have constantly to keep working on. And I think in a frank dialogue like we have today at this conference, that you should also be able to speak out and criticize situations that are undesirable and get into dialogue with each other to improve that situation. And I think that is very much the objective and the reason why we have sponsored this conference.